Hey, hi Peter.
Hey, Alam, how's it going?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Okay, this is my first time at office hours, and I guess I'm ready to go pitch my question. Is that how it works?
Yeah, pretty much. It's an open format, so you can present the question that you have, and I'll do the best to help you.
Okay, so I am working on adding endpoint level authorization to a service, and the identity of the service is part of a JOT. So OPA running in a sidecar is authenticating and authorizing based on the information in the JOT. I'm seeing some sort of inconsistent behavior in JOT verification step where latencies are all over the place. Sometimes it's sub 1 millisecond, sometimes it's 9 or 10. And when I try to profile it locally, I'm seeing something where number of times the line was invocated is more than once. And I was not clear as to why this was happening with io.jot.verify. If you have a minute, I could share my screen and quickly show you that. I created a small example.
Yeah, let's walk through it.
Yeah, so is the text big enough? Can you read it?
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay, so all it says is, whoops, I can pull this down. The default allow for this is false. Here's the JSON web key set. And the policy is, again, from the examples, match the input if it's hello, and io.jot.decode and verify, which takes in the token coming out of the input. The served as the JSON web key set defined up top, and there's an audience field in the data. So audience is a simple string. Input has that message, and this is the token. This is an active token. We can look at that. What I want to do is, oops, okay, I need to share my complete screen. So I'm running the same thing. You can tell me if this is the right way or not. I'm saying OPA eval. I gave the entry point, data.argz.allow. I gave the policy, the data.json input, and I'm saying profile and explain as full. Was that good enough?
Yeah,
and
that was good.
And when I execute this, I see line 21, which in this case is decode underscore verify call, is being called 5 times, and it found 5 solutions each time. Am I reading this right?
Number eval. I believe so. Let me see here. With the allow, it's being assigned 21. So, what does the input look like? Can I see that real quick?
Inputs simple a message, which is a string hello, which is always going to evaluate as true, and this is the JOT.
Okay.
So the policy simply compares line 20, which is only evaluated once, but the JOT evaluation was done 5 times. That's the confusing part for me.
Yeah, that is strange. Verify.
And what was interesting is if I try to inline, again, I'm building the policy bundle with the optimized flag set to 2. So it inlines whatever it can from the data. So I try to take the string and I place it in here. I think I saw the number get reduced. So maybe this is a known behavior. And in this case, well, I'm not using, I could, so you see it became 4 this time. Yeah, so the best I was getting, if I was inlining the JSON web key set 2, was 3, which is still costing me a lot of time.
Yeah, I wonder if that's the two underscores you have at the beginning of this then, because those, I wonder if we just like set like a value name for that as well.
Okay, and not do anything with those, and it would be fine. It still says 4.
Okay. Wonder why is it 4 with yeah, it isn't.
So, well, what I also wanted to ask you was when I see redo in this trace, does that mean it's being reevaluated, or it just used the cached copy of what was solved first?
I don't particularly know. I'm not super familiar with the underbelly of the eval command.
Okay.
But this is an interesting one. Can you write this up in a GitHub discussion post, and I'll have one of the guys check it out today.
I actually
yeah.
posted this on Slack, but got no answers. So I said I might just sign up here on office hours.
Yeah,
But
I would say that GitHub discussion, like if you have a more in-depth question, GitHub discussions is the place to be. Right.
okay,
Slack is like oh, has anyone seen this documentation kind of situation? Right. Like,
okay,
yeah,
cool, cool.
like if people want to spend their time there, they can, but I would say, yeah, like technical questions better suited for GitHub discussions.
Okay, cool. I will do that.
Yeah, so create that, send me the link on Slack, and then
Mhm.
I'll send that to my team and see if we can get someone on it today.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Cool. I appreciate it,
While
Ron.
I have you here, can I
Yeah,
ask you one more quick question?
sure thing.
It's a dumb thing that I'm doing. I think there's a easy solution to this, but I'm not able to think. What if, let me just clear this up so it's easier for you to see. Is it big enough?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, so I want my policy to return a JSON blob, and both of them or one of them could be a Boolean value. This is just a simple example. So it checks for the input if it matches with world. I say, okay, message matches true and attributes matches false because that's going to happen next. And based on if this was false or true, if this was false, it never goes here. And the T is never set to this value where matches true. I get the default matches false and attrs matches false. That's the right behavior given the function was never completed. It just tailed off right in the middle. So the return value was the default value. Am I understanding this right?
No, it's because you use the colon equal sign. So you want just an equal sign.
Here?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. What about on line 4?
That's fine with the colon equals.
Okay. So if I try to evaluate this, okay, I'm still getting back both as false. In this case, attrs has X and input.attrs has completely different things. So this evaluates to false. So it never goes on line 10, but the message match should come out as true, right?
No, because that's only within that rule body.
I see. If I wanted such a behavior where partial evaluation of a rule should return something different, is there any other way than to just redefine the whole blob again?
So yeah, I see what you're saying. So I guess what I would do here, you would just do an else statement, and then so it'd be else hello equals T, or yeah. So
yeah, I tried that, but I wanted to preserve the value of what I got here, which is outside the scope of else. So I don't
yeah, I
have
mean,
the
you can
control.
can you just move that outside the rule then? Can you just put that above it and just go T equals?
This one, these two blobs.
No, just that one line for T.
You're saying line 8?
Yeah, can you just move that up to line 5?
Okay. But that was based on if input was matched with world.
Well, so these go in order, right? And so if you
Yeah.
just want that T value stored, right, you can remove it from the rule so you can store that value. The value is T. So you can store that. It's not dependent on that line unless you put them next to each other in a rule.
Sorry. So yeah, if I'm reading this, this is going to go to this line, and then I say, well, in this case, it cannot be same. So I say T is T1. Is that the right way to do it? Sorry, T1.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so try that.
Okay. But in this case, if the word was not matching, it would
That'd be
still
the
come
same
out as
effect because, right, you already had one false in that rule. So one false or two falses doesn't matter.
right. Okay. So I guess this is not one of those best practices where a composite element is being returned from a rule which has completely different conditional checks. So it should be separate.
Yeah, I would probably evaluate each of the items and then assign them, right? Versus like creating the whole blob at once. But I mean, I wouldn't say it's not necessarily best practice. It just depends how you want to structure it. Yeah, like, and so you can also yeah, because you can also just create the blob in the rule head where you say like inside of the rule head it would be hello, and then you would have square brackets message match equals variable, and then second one attributes match equals variable, and then you assign the variables inside of the rule, right? Like that might be a little more, that might look a little cleaner in Rego.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Do you mind if I quickly try it out? I don't want to take a lot of time, but
Yeah, go for it.
so you said I should assign this.
Yeah, let me just pull up the docs. While you're trying that, I'll just grab the docs for this.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna send. Okay, you want to pull up that doc real quick?
Sure.
No, go up a little bit. Yeah, generating objects is what we want. So scroll down.
Okay.
Right, and so we can create the objects like this instead of just defining the object as a blob by itself. And so you can define whatever those two variables are and assign them to true or false based on whatever the rules are inside of it, or whatever the lines are inside of it.
I see. So in this case, host name is going to result to helium.
In that case, yeah.
And that evaluated to web.
Yeah. So helium would be the key, and then web would be the value.
Okay, I'll definitely go through this example. I see. Cool. Thank you so much. I will read up this example and try to fix that, and I will create a GitHub community question. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. So yeah, GitHub discussion, and then so create that. Send me the link, and then if you want to try this, create an example, run through the doc, and then you can send me that example too. I'll take a look at it. Yeah, discussions. There you go.
Cool. Okay. I will create it under OPA and Rego.
Perfect. Sounds good, Alam.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Peter.
Talk to you later.
Have a good day. Bye.